Hello and welcome back to Planet Zoo. When we left off, I finished the Goodwin house, and it said the next one was going to be this one, but I might wait to do it. I know I showed this, but I ended up finding out it's a little more straight up forward. It goes straight to the gameplay, so I want to kind of keep going with a little bit of tutorial, just to get an idea of how the game works. So let's do the Madagascan Simian Conservation Project. The Madagascan Simian Conservation Zoo is the culmination of Bernard Goodwin's work in the region, specializing in simian breed and release programs, as well as championing and highlighting the diverse species of apes and monkeys. But never one to be complacent, Bernard now wants to see what you can do in the most promising of locations. We'll keep it on medium and see how it goes. Let's start. Loading. Yep.
Welcome to Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are. And yet, the way the world treats them is like, well, very much like some of us treat our actual relatives.
Wow.
Anyway, that's why I'm determined that our operation here does some good. If we can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it, we'll have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
Wow, that's messed up.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's primate sanctuary. It's not just primates, though. We've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to them.
You done let me move. There we go.
Red-ruffed lemurs are found in the rainforests of Massoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy
Nice.
that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
So lemurs are here. They give a nice overview of this.
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvellous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera. Aren't they just incredible?
Oh yeah.
When you're ready,
Oh,
let's go and
yeah.
have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters.
Bonobos?
Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel. Good. Now open the animals tab.
Uh-huh.
And click on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos. Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement sharpish. Go into the
Okay.
zoo section and then into the staff management area. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet. Great, now let's deal with our escapee before they can cause too much havoc. Use the animal alerts to jump to the escaped bonobo. And then click on the Call Vet button to call the vet over to capture it.
Oh, you got far.
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
No, I want to watch. What is this vet doing? There you are. Why is it the vet has to chase down the monkey? Dude. It's over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, nice shot. Alright. What we got here?
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Oh. Select it. Select it. Oh, come on. There we go. Delete.
Good. Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that. Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
Oh.
Nicely done. And I think it's high time we unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again. And then open the animals tab. And finally, click on unbox all animals to let them out. I expect some of them are fair bursting for the toilet. So, it turns out that as well as the old vet leaving, the zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area again.
Ta-da!
Oh, gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animals stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
You see, another key responsibility for our vets is animal research. Researching animals allows vets to unlock new enrichment items, additional information for our education resources, enhanced breeding programs, and improvements to food quality. The animals' food, not the vets. It'll take more than a research grant to improve the staff canteen. Anyway, as you can see, research is a key part of running your zoo. In order for a vet to undertake research, they require a research centre. And once again, that's something that this zoo is missing. So let's build one. I've marked out an area for you to put it.
Uh-huh.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it. If you
Uh-huh.
select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building. Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it.
Uh, that it?
Right. Splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So,
Okay.
let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select Vet Research.
Uh-huh.
Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Well, I almost put a red ring-tailed lemur.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Okay.
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
I mean, you already placed it for me. Really?
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious. When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much.
Come on.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them what animal to display information about. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
Ta-da! Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I don't know why it's laying down. It should... Okay.
Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests so they can learn while they look at the animals, instead of having to go through the laborious process of reading. Oh, one thing to bear in mind is that it's important not to put the speakers too close together. If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Oh, I'm putting you there. Lemur. Perfect. Let's put another one.
Now we
Here?
simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards.
No! I didn't get a finish!
Fantastic. Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Oh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We
Can
can
I
do that
finish?
by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research
Okay.
area.
Now let's go get our research.
Collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
Eh.
Next, click on the Terrain tab. Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either
Sweet.
pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes. Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat. Lovely. Now select the Animals tab.
Okay.
So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those lemurs rotten. Now, I
Only
think
a
it's time
little.
we looked at one of the zoo's most important responsibilities, releasing animals into the wild. You see, when we feel an animal is ready, we can release them into the wild. But what makes an animal a good candidate for release? Well,
I don't
their
know.
age is an important factor. I mean, we can't release an animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release one that's gotten too old. They'll also need to be fertile. After all, the idea is to repopulate the wild, so the best candidates will have a high fertility gene. And together, the age and fertility of a candidate will determine how many conservation credits we'll be rewarded when we release them. Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat.
Oh no, not the orangutans.
Okay, I'd like you to find Agang, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the Animals tab in the Habitat Information panel, and find him in the Animals list.
Hey, where you going? Hey, come on. Uh-huh. Oh my goodness.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release, young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Alright.
Ah, I see you've been doing some homework. Although it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more aldebra. Tortoises.
Okay,
Uh,
so far we've done a lot of work with habitat animals, but now it's time to learn all about exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit.
Oh
I've
jeez.
marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
Ooh.
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research centre earlier. then pop it into the gap. Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
Oh man, which one should I get?
Just as we do with habitat animals, we need to send the Gila monster to the exhibit. Click on the exhibit to send it there.
There.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel.
Well,
Good. Now
35,
click
15.
on the Layout tab.
35, 15.
Oh,
Layout tab.
well, it looks like we've only got the enrichment level 1 items unlocked at the moment. Never mind, let's turn on at least one of them for the Gila monster. As I'm sure you know by now,
I give 'em all.
you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab. Here you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make
Where
sure
is
it's
it?
going to be nice and cozy.
Is it hiding? It's going to take a moment. Wrong way. We're at 18.
That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab. You can edit and customize any of the windows on an exhibit. A window can be closed and blank, or have a 2-dimensional background, or even a 3-dimensional background on it. Why don't you have a play around with the options? There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now. Just like the education boards and speakers we put down for the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll need to link these to the Gila monster.
Get out of the way!
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
I gotta make 3? Okay. So... 4 exhibits, huh? Oh, this suggests a good area. What creatures do I have with this show? Animals. Apparently we got hippos. You know what? Let's go to you real quick because I don't like how you guys are not happy. We need more hard shelter. Down a little. Go, buddies. Alright. That doesn't belong there. On a little bit long grass. Bit of short. Enrichment. It's for the bonobo. I'm a forager. Tool puzzle. Forge box? Bobbing thingy. A grab ball. Some sprinklers. This over here. Where's the other spot? Apparently you can see them. Oh, right here. Here are mobile. There you guys go. Be enriched. There you go, that looks good. Mr. Hippos. What's your guys' problem? Wait. Not enough in here? Well, you two will fix that problem eventually. Rain. They don't care. Oh, insufficient space, huh? Okay, let's see. Hippo. Need like 1,000 each. This. Ah, not enough water. So, what I'm thinking is. Let's go ahead and box them. I want to actually delete this. Gonna increase their area. Alright. I know the mission was for something else, but that's okay. We'll fix it in a second. Guess I can't change anything. It's fine. It's gonna delete a little bit of this. Does that put it perfect? Anything on the terrain? Oh, again, the same problem. You know what? Let's move it a little out. Okay. Now if I do this, unbox, I'll give you guys a little more space. Then they'll just eventually need to breed to get it back to the numbers they want, which is fine. don't need unwanted coverage. Alright. I think I fixed the animals. So, let's go ahead and start working on some exhibits. Actually, let's just go in here. Oh, two chins? No. You. And you. Ooh, they do have the chimps. Okay, so let's look at the stuff for the chimps then. Okay. So maybe you. Oh, and I need the conservation thingy. Probably you. Well, let's come back to that. I know I'll probably regret it, but that's okay. Chimps. We need 780 meters squared. Okay. That's not that big. 780 times that by 2. Alright. Let's see. Go over here. Barrier. Oh, we gotta do wood barrier. Okay. What I'm thinking is a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Hey, come on. There you go. Right? Oops. Found it. We need to go 16 feet. Okay. What happened? Why won't it work? That all disappeared. What's going on? There we go. So, probably like that. Then this way? Yes. Okay. I think they got a window option. Glass there. Now I'm gonna path. Though. Actually, we're gonna do a little bit of this. Uh-oh. Kinda wanna have to fix this if I do that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is first that, do a little bit of this. Before I forget, need a habitat gate. Path. Wrong path. Go. Just like any other habitat, I need keeper's hut. Okay, fine. Did want to do a little trick I seen. I'm gonna go right here. Gonna build upwards, right? I'm gonna build right over it. No, stop it. I want them to see everything. Yeah, like that. So they'll come down here, but they'll probably come here because it'll be a better view. Right? So next, go ahead. Fresh list. All the ones I want are not available. Wait, didn't you get... You know what? I was hoping for a better one. We'll wait for that. Actually, this is for this is a story anyways, so just get you. You like big parties. I need 12 species zoos though. Alright. Kinda waiting on that chimpanzee to come in so we can see what it needs. Alright. So I'm gonna pause for a minute. And we're going to also research you there. Alright. Rain's actually good. I'll give you a little more short grass though. You want more building. Doing chimpanzee. Maybe? You need a lot more plants. Okay, you need a lot more climbing spots. So, want one of these bad boys. Okay, hard shelter. Apparently you think that's hard shelter. But let's get that fixed. That. Bedding. Water. Where the people could see ya. Alright. Environment. More coverage. Tropical. And of what area? Africa. And a palm? Whatever that is, get out of here. Tree. It's for me. Don't want no weird roots. Mangrove doesn't make sense there. Richmond. Full puzzle? Worked. Forger? You like the piano. The sprinkler. Bobbin drums. Now do you have... Yes you do. Let's adopt you. Only this one has a friend. Now how many does this one normally like? 5 to 15. Maybe I should get more. Is there info about how many conservation credits? Oh, 2,000? Rather not waste it on that. Only thing bad is its social group. Okay. Well, oh, I gotta make thingy-majiggies. Education boards and stuff. I don't know why I can't move. There you go. This. Asian speaker. Chimpanzee. There's no power. Ah! Can I get the transformer? How come you get no power? Oh. In that case, if I do a little bit of that. Then we'll educate them. See, I can't power over here. That actually covers quite a bit. Okay. So if I look here, we got 10 species. Where could I hide the exhibit? Because obviously we're gonna need those. So it makes it float over the hippos. But I don't really understand how else I could do this. Get rid of these. Okay. Animals. So I don't necessarily have to get a whole bunch. I could just get one. Let's do this. Exhibit. Market. Let's get this frog. Okay. Humidity just a little lower. Going to guess it first. Where is the Goliath? Right here. 26 to 32. I guess pretty good. Okay. Windows. E. E. The life. It's a weird place to put it, but okay. It's a good spot. Sure. Have a weird place to put it. Just get it right. Okay. Exhibit animals. We already got Gilas. Let's get a the snail. Why not? There you go.
My, you have been busy, haven't you? Splendid! But now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average
Giant
welfare
snail,
across the
giant
zoo
snail.
nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean
30,
you.
50.
Go on, get to it.
30, 50. This one. 3D. D. There we go. What does that put me at? 83%. Who's not happy? Probably the hippos, right? No, the chimps. Social's still low. Base. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Just gonna grab it like here. Gonna stretch out this real quick, right? Just gonna okay. It's bad boy. Push play. Unless they mean for this stuff. What I could do is let's send you to the trade center. I am so confused. Bedding. Habitat. The cave tent. This. Oh, that's right. Hold on. Ah, you evil chimpanzees. Hey. Go. And play. Haha, suckers. You're saying you're complaining about bets, so you know what? Do this. There you go. Let them do their work. Chimps. Social. Two of them are missing. This one's hungry. Get a keeper here. In fact, feed it up. There you go. Oh, there's already one in. Nope, that's not the keeper. I'll keep her. There we go. Once I escape our back in, base is still limited. What do we do? Move it, uh-oh. Like this? I was hoping this would have been done with. You guys require a lot of space. Here, I thought I had more than adequate, but I guess not. Okay, how does that do for you guys? Base 33, what is going on? What is it? Because everything is too close? I'll move everything around. Okay, it's because of this. If I put one of these down, will you guys be happy? Nutrition, social, space. We're still en route. What's going on? There you are. You know what? Help boost this. If I put more food enrichment, so like a puzzle feeder, and maybe a small feeder roller. Okay. Wait, technically toy enrichment is low. Maybe that's what it is. It's just it needs more. That maybe some more toys. A sprinkler. Your mobile. There we go. You guys happier now? Oh yeah. That's what it was. The space was just probably messed up based on all the stuff to do. What is 89%? I'm missing 1%. What am I missing? But no, not people. Animals. Who's not happy? Really? Everyone's almost max. Oh, habitats. Exhibits? Wait. What is this? Why was... Oh. Guess this one died. That's the lesser, whatever it's called. Juana 26, or sorry, 3055. 3055. Okay, let's see these guys. Ah, you need more enrichment. That's for red ruff lemur. Red ruff. Put a sprinkler. Let's give you a keyboard.
Lovely job there. You should be proud of yourself. Not
There we
only have
go.
you expanded the zoo and kept the animals as happy as Larry, but you didn't bankrupt us in the process. Amazing.
Oh, I was supposed to bankrupt you? Oh man.
Wow! Well, you've certainly transformed the zoo. I barely recognize it. A wonderful new exhibit, some fascinating new species, and you've done wonders for the animals' welfare by enriching their habitats. Who doesn't love playing with a 3-foot wide soccer ball, huh? I mean, other than professional soccer players. I'm sure it wasn't easy, though. I expect money was tighter than a possum's pouch. Plowing all those funds back into the welfare of the animals doesn't make running these places a picnic. Although, it does make me feel a little less guilty about how much our gift shops charge. No, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason to run a zoo is to help animal kind. Sadly, it appears some other people have far less noble goals.
Hmm. I guess that's it for this stage. So with that, we'll end things here. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.